This AI macro video was created entirely with AI.
In the quiet heart of the rainforest, a tiny life begins. Hungry and vulnerable, it crawls slowly across the wet leaf, searching for food, before the forest notices it exists. The caterpillar climbs beneath a branch and hangs there silently as the rainforest breathes around it. Then, slowly, it disappears inside itself. The creature begins changing into something entirely new. Then, one morning, the shell cracks. A butterfly emerges into the light for the very first time. The butterfly dances from flower to flower, feeding gently beneath the warm sunlight, carrying pollen through the forest as if it finally understands why it was born. But nature never stops moving. Time touches everything. The wings that once carried beauty across the rainforest slowly begin to tear. It falls gently to the forest floor, where the cycle finally comes to an end. Or perhaps begins again. Because even in death, the rainforest wastes nothing. Tiny ants arrive. The soil opens. Mushrooms grow nearby. And slowly, the forest reclaims what it once created.
I used Nano Banana Pro and Veo 3.1 inside Keoo AI to create this video. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how I did it. But here's the thing I want to get out of the way first. And this is where most people waste their time before they even start. They jump straight into a tool, type something like cool butterfly close-up, and then wonder why the result looks like every other AI video on the internet. The tool is not where the project begins. The idea is. Before I opened anything, I had one sentence in my head. What if the life cycle of a butterfly was told like a nature survival documentary? That's it. That one sentence already had everything in it. Struggle, transformation, beauty, death. Enough to build an entire film around. Because honestly, this is where most AI macro videos fall apart. It's usually not the tools that are the problem, rather it's the lack of a real story. People throw together a few insect close-ups, add cinematic music, and call it done. Visually, it might look cool for a second, but there's nothing making you want to keep watching. So I approached this more like a real nature documentary. I planned out an actual narrative with a beginning, a transformation, a low emotional moment, and an ending where nature slowly takes everything back. Before a single image was generated, I opened ChatGPT and used it to break the story into 6 individual scenes. The caterpillar feeding, the cocooning, the emergence, the butterfly feeding on flowers, the final days with damaged wings, and then the forest floor slowly reclaiming what was left. Having that mapped out before touching any generation tool is honestly what made the whole thing feel like something rather than nothing. One thing I learned quickly is that you have to think in keyframes, not entire videos. Every scene needs a strong starting image and a clear ending image, because the AI is basically creating the movement between those two moments. So instead of using a generic prompt like butterfly coming out of cocoon, I got way more detailed with it. The starting frame was the chrysalis, just beginning to crack open. The ending frame was the butterfly, halfway out, with wet wings still folded against its body. That level of clarity is what gets you clean, consistent output, instead of the weird morphing stuff that makes AI video look like AI video. Once the structure was locked, I went into Keoo AI. Link is in the description. Inside there, hit Idea Lab, then image generation. And that's where you'll find Nano Banana Pro. For macro content specifically, this model is genuinely different. The texture detail, the way it handles natural light, the realism on fine surfaces, it's not close to other models for this kind of work. Set your quality to 2K because in macro filmmaking, softness kills everything. A low resolution frame will undermine even the best prompt. Aspect ratio 16:9 for that widescreen documentary feel. Now, the way you write prompts for macro content is completely different from how most people prompt AI. Vague prompts give you flat results. If you want physical realism, you have to write prompts that feel almost realistic. For scene 1, I wrote, an ultra macro shot of a caterpillar aggressively chewing through a wet rainforest leaf. Tiny serrated jaws tearing apart individual leaf fibers. Microscopic body hairs catching the green filtered light. Fresh plant moisture glistening around its mouth. The moment that generated, it felt real. You could see the moisture. You could see the individual hairs. I started using phrases like extreme macro photography, shallow depth of field, natural rainforest lighting, photorealistic insect textures, moisture droplets on surfaces. That kind of wording pushes Nano Banana Pro toward visuals that actually feel like they came from a professional wildlife documentary, instead of looking obviously AI generated. And I never go with the first generation. I always run multiple versions, because sometimes the AI produces something completely unexpected, and those are often the strongest frames in the whole film. For scene 2, where the caterpillar suspends itself under a mossy branch, it isn't just showing a transformation, but it's making the viewer wait for what comes next. That shift in intention is the difference between a documentary moment and just another macro clip. Once every keyframe images were generated across all 6 scenes, I moved into Veo 3.1, also inside Keoo AI. Back to Idea Lab, click Video Generation, select Veo 3.1. Set your duration to 10 seconds, long enough to capture the detail and keep people watching. Keep 16:9 for YouTube and flip to 9:16 for Shorts or Instagram. Upload your start frame and your end frame for each scene, then paste in your video prompt. My approach to video prompts was simple every time. I made sure these 4 things were included. What is the camera doing? What is the subject doing? What is the environment doing? And what is the atmosphere? For the cocoon scene, the camera slowly pushes toward the hanging chrysalis while silk fibers tighten organically across the body. Dew droplets on the branch catch warm, filtered light, while the leaves around it drift from a gentle jungle breeze. That's the whole prompt. Specific, physical, grounded. The emergent sequence ended up becoming the emotional high point of the entire film. You see the chrysalis cracking open, the butterfly slowly forcing itself out, its wet, folded wings shaking against the shell while droplets slide down the surface. I kept the camera movement slow and subtle so the tension could build naturally. And because the keyframes were planned properly beforehand, Veo handled the transformation smoothly, without all those weird AI anatomy glitches that usually happen during complex motion scenes. Then everything shifts emotionally. The butterfly starts weakening. The edges of the wings become damaged. The lighting gradually turns colder and darker with every scene. Movement slows down until eventually the butterfly settles onto the forest floor. And in the final sequence, the rainforest begins reclaiming it completely. Ants carefully moving across the wings, fungi spreading through the soil around it, the butterfly quietly fading back into the earth. At that point, the story stops feeling like it's just about an insect. Somehow, those same 30 seconds end up carrying way more emotional weight than they did at the start. Something almost everyone overlooks with AI macro videos is sound design. And honestly, it matters way more than people think. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people adding dramatic music over the footage without adding any natural environmental sound underneath. The realism actually comes from the tiny details in the background. The soft crunch of a leaf being eaten, water droplets hitting bark, distant rainforest insects filling the atmosphere, the subtle vibration of wings unfolding, silk stretching under tension. Those little sounds are what convince your brain that what you're watching feels real. Once all the scenes were finished, everything went into editing. You can either use the built-in editor inside Keoo AI or move the clips into CapCut. Both work great. I organized the scenes based on emotion instead of just putting them in chronological order. Then I layered rainforest ambience underneath the entire film, added soft transitions, adjusted the pacing so the quieter moments had time to breathe, and brought in a slow, emotional soundtrack to tie everything together. By the time the edit was finished, it genuinely felt like something an actual production team could have made. Here's what I actually took away from this whole project. The tools don't make the film. The thinking behind them does. Nano Pro handles the photorealistic detail. Veo 3.1 handles the natural motion and atmosphere. But the structure, the pacing, the sound choices, the emotional progression from scene to scene, that's all on you before you open a single tool. That's the gap between AI content people scroll straight past and AI content that actually stops someone mid-feed. Nano Pro and Veo 3.1 inside Keoo AI are genuinely some of the most powerful tools available right now for this kind of content. And the creators who learn how to use them with real storytelling intention behind every decision are going to produce work that stands completely apart from everything else being made with AI right now. The link to Keoo AI is in the description. If you found this video helpful, like it, subscribe, and share it with someone who is trying to level up their AI content. And if you want to see what else is possible with this workflow, the next video is already on your screen.